6 Singapore Armed Forces servicemen have been fined by a military court in relation to the death of Corporal First Class Dave Lee in April 2018. The Defence Ministry adds that court proceedings on the case have been completed.
In February this year, the 6 faced charges including negligent acts, endangering life and abuse of authority. They pleaded guilty and were fined between $1,800 and $4,500. 3 have also been demoted from the rank of third sergeant to corporal. Ex-serviceman Captain Tan Bao Shu was charged in a civilian court in October 2018 for causing the death of CFC Lee by a rash act. In January this year, Captain Tan, who had been diagnosed with stage 4 cancer, was granted a discharge not amounting to an acquittal. He died a month later. Captain Tan was the supervising officer of the fast march that CFC Lee was involved in. CFC Lee died after suffering heat stroke following an 8-kilometer fast march at Bedok Camp. The 19-year-old spent more than a week in intensive care before succumbing to his injuries. Investigations found that there was significant delay in evacuating him, as well as poor measures given on site after the march. The Defence Ministry says that since the 2018 incident, the SAF has introduced enhancements to existing heat injury management and prevention measures. It adds that over the past 2 years, the SAF has seen a 40% decline in the number of heat injury cases, and there has been no cases of heat stroke.
Corporal First Class Dave Lee was the only son in the family. We spoke to his mother following the announcements.
The impact is not there to tell these young officers that what they have done is wrong. They can just walk away with a fine, right? So, but what they have done is physically harm their own soldiers, their own brothers, their own Singaporean brothers. In the time of war, they should be holding hands and fighting the enemy. Once in a while, we'll pop by to his room and, sometimes his voice will just be around. His photo is always there smiling at me, his last photo. We felt him. Sometimes I just cannot accept that he's gone. I will sometimes hope that he will suddenly come back and call me again with his the way he calls me. He's felt every day, so to me he's around me every day. I mean, in our case, I don't think anything could come to a closure. Loss is a loss, pain is pain. Of course, from the perspective of SAF and from the perspective of the public, that's the end of the case. But to us, it's a long-term bearing of losing a beloved son.